Oh, hello.
Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Tegan. Thank you for joining us today. I really hope you guys have had a good week so far. Today, we're going to be hosting a personalized learning experience on how to hang out with people at a distance. With Louise and George are going to go over Netflix Party and a couple other tools you guys can use to stream movies together. After the stream is over, we're going to post a link to a Google Doc that has all the instructions for everything we're going to go over today. And with that, I'll just hand it over to George and Luis and let them get started.
All right. Thank you, Tegan. All right. So my name is George Molina.
Hello, guys. My name is Luis Gutierrez.
And yeah, like Tegan said, we're going to be going over some different ways for you to hang out with your friends because we're all in this situation where we can't hang out with friends because, we're quarantined. But just because we can't go outside doesn't mean we can't have a social life. So we're going to be going over a couple of things. I'm going to be going over Netflix Party.
And then I'm going to be showing you guys a tool called 27. And also a couple other tools. We're going to maybe dive into Microsoft Teams, which is another tool that will allow you guys to share your screens and be able to connect a little more with those people that maybe aren't with you right there.
With each one of these, we'll go over, some pros and cons because for the most part, they all have their own, set of each. And like Tegan said, we will be releasing a Google Doc with these step-by-step instructions in case you miss something. So without further ado, let's get started.
Yeah, let's go.
So we'll start with me and Netflix Party. So I'm just gonna do that. All right, can everyone see my screen?
Yep.
Yes, everyone can see my screen.
That's good.
So with Netflix, Netflix is for those for those of you who've been living under a rock, Netflix is a streaming service that has a bunch of different movies, shows, so on and so forth, right? Documentaries, comedies, all that good stuff. So sometimes you want to, let's say, watch a movie with friends, right? So a good way to do that is using Netflix. Now, there's a Google Chrome extension called Netflix Party. Now, for this to work, there's two things you have to have coming in. First, everyone in your party has to have a Netflix account, which is, the downside to Netflix Party, saying that if everyone has a Netflix account, then you're able to do this. The second thing that you have to have is Chrome, like Google Chrome installed, because the only way you actually do this is through a Chrome extension, which I'm going to show you guys how to do right now. So as you can see, I'm in Chrome right now, and I have my Netflix open. I'm logged in. You have to make sure you're logged in. So it's pretty simple, really, the setup of this. You just go to Google, you type in Netflix Party. Yep, you're gonna see two. You're gonna see one that says NetflixParty.com, and then one that says Chrome.google.com. I recommend going to just the straight Google Chrome one because what it does is it takes you straight to the Google Chrome store. And this actually shows you all the extensions you can use. Then, as you can see, they have this little preview thing to watch Netflix in sync with friends, right? And then we have all these overview requirements in case you don't have the right version of Chrome. So it's really simple. You type in Netflix Party, go here, and all you do is click on Add to Chrome. It'll ask you, do you want to add Netflix Party to your Chrome? You say yes, add the extension, and then it'll keep checking, and then you'll get this thing right here. It'll pop up a little window that basically verifies that you have properly done the installation to your Chrome. Now, to double check, and let's say you don't get this window for some reason, the best way to also see if you have the extension is up here on the right, top right. There's a tab that says Netflix Party. Well, it's NP, and it'll be gray. Right. So, quick overview, really quickly. Go Google Netflix Party, click on Chrome, and then, install it. Once you have that, then what you want to do first, find friends that you want to watch stuff with that have Netflix, and then choose something you want to watch. So let's go with The Office, right? Just press resume. Unmute this. Right. So I have The Office here, right? And then what you're gonna see is that you have that same NP that you have on your top right. It's gonna turn red. So it's no longer gray, it's red because now you're actually able to have a Netflix party. So let's say I go and I text Lise, hey, let's watch a movie. Right? Then once I'm ready and he, says that he does want to watch a movie, he has Netflix and all that good stuff. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click up here. Once I have the video paused right here, I'm gonna click on the NP, right? And then it's gonna ask me to create a Netflix party. Now, you have a little option there that says only I have control. So what happens if you click only I have control? What that means is once the actual Netflix party begins, if you click on only I have control, it means that you have the power to pause, play, fast forward, all that good stuff. But if I leave it off, then let's say right now Luis decides to click pause, then he's able to. If anything, I'll leave it alone so that way Luis has some power over that. Normally, I'd recommend leaving this on if it's like a bigger party, like over like 3 or 4 people, just because some people can be annoying or accidentally hit something, But if it's 2 people, it's good just in case someone has to leave. So this is what you're given. You're given this link, and then all I have to do is copy it, go to my chat, and I'll send it to Luis. All he has to have again is Netflix and the extension downloaded as well. You'll create it.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Chrome. I'm going to open the link in Chrome. And it's going to load up the Netflix party. It's going to load up the episode. I'm already logged into Netflix, so there's no issue with that. And I should be able to see the chat with George.
You have this thing right here, which just gives you the link to share with friends. And then here you have something that's kind of neat. It's nothing big, but you can click it. You can put your username, George, right? And then you can choose your little icon. Let's say I want to be Batman. So now, anytime I type something in, let's say I say hello, then it has my little icon. Now let's just wait for Luis to join, and then we can move on from there. There we go. So as you can see, it says Luis joined. He's typing hello, right? And then if I click play, he's watching it with me. And since I turned off, I didn't turn on only I have control. If Luis clicks play, if you would please, Luis, click play. He's able to play it without anything.
Can I help you out here? Oh, I'm all set.
Which again has its pluses and its minuses. You can have that really annoying person that just constantly clicks pause and play, and they're just crazy. What's also good about that is it tells you where you start playing at. So if you guys get messed up for some reason, then you know that you pause at, let's say, 32 seconds. And then there's stuff here, like you can still, cast. And then down here really is just if you want to become a Patreon. It's really not necessary. It's just they're the people who made this for free. And they have that down there in case you feel like you wish to, support them or, oh, you're taking a list if this has. Now, let's go over really quickly the pros and cons. Now, the pros to this is, you can talk with a lot of friends. You have, since they all have Netflix, you all kind of stay with the same type of like quality of movies, and overall you guys stay the same because of the length, right? The downside to this is, one, there's no audio chat, so you can only type, which honestly to some people may be a plus, because sometimes you don't want to talk, you just want to like type, because maybe someone talks too much during a movie. Um, and again, the main downside to Netflix Party is not being able to watch it with someone who doesn't have Netflix. Besides that, I think that's everything that needs to be known uh, for Netflix Party, at least. So here, I'm gonna stop sharing, and I'll give it off to Luis.
All right, guys.
To,
Okay. So George just went over Netflix Party. I'm going to be going over another tool that you guys can use in Chrome. It's also going to be used to share your screen, share content with other people, your friends, your family, those who you're away from during this quarantine, this lockdown. And basically, this tool is a little bit different because it doesn't limit you to just Netflix. It also doesn't limit you to maybe other people don't have the same accounts you do, and you just want to share content. You might even want to share content that you have locally on your computer, and other sites that maybe aren't necessarily supported by, let's say, Netflix Party or other extensions. So the name of this extension, it's called 27, not the numbers written, but the words, so 27 all together. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the installation process, how to set it up, and sort of what the UI looks like and how it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see sort of that process. All right, so here we have Netflix as we had it before. We were showing Netflix right with George. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and install our extension. So on our Google Chrome, we're gonna go on install 27, and it's gonna be the first link, the Chrome link, as it's gonna show the Chrome store for all the extensions. It's going to be here. It's called 27 extension. It's going to give you a little overview, a little video in case you guys want to see how it works. Also, click there, information about the developer and about the application, if it's compatible with your device. It's all here. If you need to contact the developer, if there's any issues, their email is here too. So we're going to go ahead. I already have it installed, but you would be clicking here where it says remove Chrome. It should be install Chrome extension. And once you install it, it's going to come up here on your extensions tab on the upper right hand corner. As you can see here, it's right next to my Netflix Party. It's called 27, and it's a little green icon. So if I click on it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the first thing that you're going to see is going to see a little login page. It's going to ask you to log in. You're going to have options such as settings, pause any video that's playing on the current website, pause any video that's playing on all the websites that you have open, and it's going to a link to their website. So I'm going to go ahead and click the link to the website so you guys can see sort of what that looks like. Again, if you have any more questions, you guys can see here. They have a little overview of what you can do with it, a little frequently asked questions. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And down here on the left, this is a free service too, just like Netflix Party, but you're also able to donate as a patron. So if you guys feel like, you know, this is really cool, they did a really cool job, you're feeling generous, you want to donate to their project, awesome. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and log in. I'm going to go ahead and click on my icon here. And the first time you do this, it's going to ask you to sign up. As I already do have an account, it's just going to take me to this login page. It's either going to let you sign in with Google Chrome or Facebook, or just create an account. So for the first time use, just create an account. I'm going to go ahead and just sign in with my email since I already have an account. And it takes you back to the little extension. It again gives you an icon, gives you your little username, an option to log out, and the same other options. So I'm going to show you guys how this works. So by showing you an example using YouTube. So let's say you want to meet up with some friends. It can be from 2 people to the website says no limit, but I believe you should not keep it, you know, too intense, as you know, the bandwidth and everything. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to be showing the Elf movie. So what I have here is a purchased movie I have on YouTube, which, you know, if another person that wanted to see this movie didn't have it purchased on YouTube, they wouldn't be able to see it. However, with the 2.7 app extension, you're going to be able to share your screen with them. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do it. So the first thing you have to do is load up whatever video you want to see. So whether it be YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime, you're going to have to load it up. And basically, I would recommend just playing it for a little bit, a couple seconds, pausing it, just to make sure it's all loaded up and everything. And then we're going to go ahead and click our extension. On our extension at the top, as you can see, there's a little one now, meaning it found some media. So basically what this extension does, it scans your screen, whatever you're looking at, for any media that is playing. So as you can see, we see one, and it gives us a little preview of what it was able to catch that was playing on the screen. So if we want to watch it, we're going to click on Watch 2.7. It gives us a little, it gets the name of whatever is on the screen and the duration. Right now it says 0. Sometimes it's not accurate with the duration, but as long as you guys can see it here, it should be able to work fine. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. It's going to open up a new link, a new Chrome tab, and this is the main page for where you're going to be able to see your movies. Let's wait for it to load out. Load just for a second. And as you can see, okay, so now that it's loaded, I'm going to go over what the UI is, what all the buttons do. So as you can see here on the left is the main screen of what you're viewing. You have options such as play, pause. Again, if you play and pause, everyone on the party is going to be able to play and pause it, and it'll be reflected on the other screen. Again, this volume is independent for you, so it's not changing the volume for the other people. This is only for you for the video. And then you have some of them have closed caption, so you can do that depending on the type of video that you're watching. So for example, this being a movie on YouTube, it does have closed caption. And then you also have settings for the speed, and you can make it full screen. So if you want to, once you're watching, make it bigger. And then I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys to the top bar, more options. So in the gear selector, you have a night mode. So if I click on it, so right now it's a dark screen, so it's in night mode. If I click on it back, it takes me to light mode, so you guys can change that accordingly. I find that night mode is a little bit easier on the eyes at night. And then you also have theater mode, which again takes you to this bigger view of the movie. It also shows a little chat on the right. So kind of like Netflix Party, you can also send text messages to whoever's watching. You can also minimize that. If you drag, you can pop it back up. And then on the bottom here, you have a URL option. So if you want to change the video, you can go ahead and change it right from here once you're here. So you don't have to go back into YouTube and then go through the same process. You can just input the link here and it'll show up. And then this bottom bar right here, bottom bar is for you guys to see the other people. So the difference also between Netflix Party and 2.7 is that you can actually use a built-in camera on your devices to see the other people while you're watching the movie, which is a really cool option. Again, if you want to be able to see the other person. And it works, again, this bar will fill up with all the people that you're watching. Right now, I don't have my video yet, but I'll show you guys how to see it. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of theater mode, or I can show you guys more. Again, you can also pop up the messages on the right-hand side here. And the last section is mute chat. So you can mute everyone in the chat. That way you guys will be able to hear. And then the next one is for your friends. So right here, you'll be able to see a list of the friends that you have on 2.7. So they have this requires them to have an account. They want to use 2.7, and you'll be able to just share the link to the room. So for example, I have George right here. If I can select it, I can add to the room, or I can just copy the link and send it to him directly. Adding to the room essentially it's going to send him a little pop-up on the UI right here that's going to tell him to join the movie. This is convenient if he's already in 2.7 and he is already logged on the Chrome browser and everything. Otherwise, I would recommend just use a copy link. Then they could just put the link in the Chrome tab and go from there. That's probably the easiest way to share the link. And then, so I'll show you guys in a little bit just how to do that. And then right here, you have settings about the viewers and what they can do. So again, who controls the room? There's the option again to who can pause, who can play. So it can either be everyone or only admins, the admin being whoever created the session. And last, you have an option for your account. Again, frequently asked questions, a little message about the virus that's going on, and you have the option to log out. And okay, so what we're here for is to be able to see other people. So how do we do that? So right here, we have two icons. You have a camera icon on the right and underneath a microphone. So if we click on the camera, it's gonna ask us to use our camera. So we're gonna go ahead and allow it. And you can see my camera pops up. So this is what other people on the site are gonna be able to see, those who are in my party. And I can also toggle the microphone. I'm not going to toggle it just so there isn't any interference, but you can also hear the other people. And then I can move this around. So if I just want to rearrange people, if let's say I want to put them down here, I can also drag on the bottom right-hand corner and make myself bigger. So if there's someone specifically that you want to see, or if it's just two people, you just want to make sure they're a little bit bigger, you can go ahead and do that. There's also a settings right here for the input. So on whatever camera you want to be using your video, that's where it's going to show up. And so basically, that is sort of the main functions of the UI. Again, if I make it bigger, you're going to see my camera view down here. Again, you should see other people's cameras down there too. And you can even take them off if you just want to see the movie. Again, scroll the volume. And once it starts playing, yeah. And then once you see it, you can start playing it and pausing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what it looks like to add other people. So I'm going to go ahead and add George. I'm going to copy this link. It tells me the link has been copied. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send it to George to join. You can send it as a text message. It's just a regular link. He's going to copy that link into his Chrome browser and join on my 2.7 party. Just going to go ahead and make myself a little bit smaller. And we're going to go ahead and wait for George to join.
All right. Once you get the link, it's gonna bring you to a page for you to actually log in or create an account. I already have an account, so I'm just gonna log in.
All right, and then you get a little confirmation that that whoever you invited has joined. So as you can see now on the messages, it tells you George has joined the room. And then I can send the messages like hello. You should be able to see that. It tells you the time you sent it, by who, sort of just like a regular chatting function. Again, if I make it bigger, I'm gonna be able to see if I scroll down. Well, that can get a little bit annoying, but so you can see it, George, right? Perfect. See, and George doesn't necessarily have to have Elf purchased on his, let's say, YouTube account. Again, he actually doesn't. So in this case, he's just watching from mine. So that's
Have their like Netflix account. And again, what's good about like 2.7 is that you have that plus you get to actually, talk and like talk with your friends instead of just typing, which is nice to extent. Plus, with 2.7, you can actually turn off your camera if you just want to hear audio, which is also good because maybe you're watching this at 3 a.m. and you're not presentable to the world. So there's that. So the next thing we'll probably go over is really quickly. We're gonna go over. Well, I'm gonna go over the ability to do like Microsoft Teams and like let's say Zoom and stuff. I'll show you guys an example. And then we can go from there. So let me just get everything up. Tegan, can you share my screen, please? Okay.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
People hear me? Hello?
Okay.
Yes. Okay, that was weird. Sorry. So what I was trying to say with Teams is that you're able to just click on, and most Zoom can do it too, and other softwares like that. All you have to do is find the option to share screen. So before, the whole audio issue came up, you guys might have seen that I was clicking on like share screen, and then there was a button that said share audio. So all you would really have to do is share screen, share the audio to make sure that the people can hear the movie, and then you just share it like that. The plus side with this is that it doesn't matter what subscription you're watching, where you're watching it, as long as you're sharing your screen and it's full screen, then they're able to see it. Um, Downside would be you can't see chat, so if someone types something in, they can't see it. But plus side is you guys can still talk to each other, hear each other, so on and so forth. Plus, you don't have that issue where other people can press pause and play. So that's depending on your situation, it's pro or con. And I think that's everything we had for you guys when it came to streaming services and being able to share any
Yeah.
movies.
I apologize, guys, for the little technical difficulties, but as you saw, we were able to go over everything within 2.7. So if you guys want to be able to have that experience where you're watching a movie, but you're also seeing the other people that are watching it, it's a really cool and super simple way to do it. It also works really well. I've actually been using it a lot. Me and my friends, my girlfriend are spending our time apart, so it's a really cool way for us to connect, to watch for example, shows, movies that may not be on Netflix. So it even works with the VPN. So if you guys watching something from different country that you guys need to it's an easy way to connect and use other extensions, other third party things to do. But yeah, take it back to Tegan. I think we're good.
Thank you guys for watching. Like we said, we apologize for the technical difficulties, but we will be posting all the instructions in a Google Doc link later. We hope you guys stay safe, watch lots of movies together, and keep an eye on Facebook and Twitter for announcements about our upcoming personalized learning experiences. We hope to see you guys there. Have a good time, guys. Stay safe.
Good time, guys.
Yeah. Bye.